and one way to do that is between disciplines. How can science, humanities, visual and performing arts, computer science, how can they come together? How can you come together across disciplines to make the rigor of your curriculum relevant in the classroom? Remember, rigor only tells you what you got to teach. It doesn't tell you how to do it. That's a misnomer about standards. Everybody thinks it's all about drill and kill, and it's not. Use diversity of all kinds to find unexpected connections. Can you do it across grade levels? Across buildings? There's a thought. Can you do it across job classifications? If you're studying environmental science with kids, talk to Bob LaChance. Bob LaChance is an environmental maniac. If it saves energy, if it's green, Bob's on it. You need to make an intersection around environmental science, make it with Bob. If you need to talk to your kids about data and make it relevant, because data can be pretty boring. Trust me, I used to teach in higher ed. It's mighty boring. Talk to your secretaries. They collect data all day long, from attendance to staffing to students. They're generating reports that the State Department requires of us all day long. Take your kids in to talk to the secretaries about data. You're trying to teach math? Where are my art and music teachers? Put your hands up. Talk to these people. I am a musician by trade. Trust me, when you teach rhythm, you teach math. Find out how they do it. If you're an art teacher, you're teaching pattern, you're teaching perspective, you're teaching 3D, you're teaching all sorts of stuff that's relevant in a math class. Find out how they do it. Find out how you can make an intersection with your content standards and the folks in the arts. Talk to the building custodians. How many of you have to teach area and perimeter? Lots of hands. Your custodians know your buildings inside and out, every single square inch. You need somebody to help teach your kids about area perimeter, talk to a custodian. We all have something to bring to the table. Even the superintendent. In a few tricks up my sleeve. Talk to kids. How can kids create intersections with you? Trust me, they're a whole lot more pliable than us old folks. Talk to parents. I've already met a number of parents who have great numbers of skills, who are willing to come into our schools and be helpful. Make an intersection. Make an intersection with the community. There's a whole lot of talent in our broader community as well. So I would encourage you to take this challenge of relevance in the face of rigor and see how many intersections you can create with other staff people, with your kids, with your parents, and with the community. Because we're going to do this together. This is not a job any of us can do alone. It is my goal to be able to set up some instructional leadership teams this year that will engage some of you in the conversation of how do we best equip ourselves and our students for the future we are trying to prepare them for. I hope you'll join me in that conversation. I'll be spending some time in each one of your buildings this fall to run focus group conversations with you to find out from you what you think works really well and what you think we need to work on, particularly in light of what you've seen and heard today. Join me in the conversation. Why is this important? You, my friends, don't just have a job. You have a high calling. You have a sacred trust. You have an opportunity like no other business on this planet. I get passionate about this stuff in case you hadn't figured that out. You have the responsibility, the opportunity, and the ability to make a difference for the lives of children, and nobody else but in this business do we have that opportunity. It is the relationships part of the 3 R's. I come from a long line of ministers. My father's a retired pastor. I have a brother who's a pastor. And I talk to my brother a lot about families and kids. And trust me, our kids are in crisis, particularly teenagers. Families are falling apart at the rate of 1 out of 2 every year. The statistics are frightening. Our kids need anchors, and their anchors are us. This is our moment as a district, as we embark on this new journey together, to be able to create intersections, to be able to have rigor and relevance in our curriculum, and to create strong relationships with each other and with our children. Because if we don't do that, we're not going to survive. So I challenge you, I encourage you this day to create intersections with other people. Find out the difference it will make. It's risky. This is risky stuff. But as I would say to any group of children in a classroom, and I will say to you today, you can do this. I believe in you. And whatever it takes, I'm here to help you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I wish you all the best of success in this year. I thank you for being a part of this opening convocation. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you, everyone.